You might not agree with me on this. There's a good chance you won't. But Texas man dies trying to protect woman from her husband during a domestic violence attack. Now here's the part we might disagree on. As a man, and I teach my sons this too, you never jump in to protect a woman from a domestic dispute. If you want to help, you dial 911. Give the police the information. But you dial 911 and give the police the information while you're walking away from the situation. This man lost his life trying to play Superman. You never do that. I never get in between a man and a woman's business. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel. That man might have been putting his hands on that woman they whole motherfucking marriage and she still ain't left and got help. And here you come trying to save the day and now you're unalived? I've told this story before. I used to work at Myers. I seen a dude, Kyrie Irving, dribble his girl's head off the windshield in their Suburban. Just bow, bow, crossover, everything with her head. She looked at me, I looked away. Bitch, the fuck is you looking at me for? This nigga just won your head and went for the layup. What the fuck? I'm not getting in between that shit. Bitch, you better call the law. Run. Men, take that fucking cape off.
Shalom. Wa Shalom Laha Alahayim. I would like to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson, Lord willing and edifying, to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to you sincere Akyom, Walk Wathim, and a sincere shalom to you brothers that are out here pushing this truth out there on the highways and the byways and through these YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying and exhorting to the elect. So, as you've seen by the video, the video footage, Jake is dumb, and it's like, I know this is like my millionth lesson doing something on this over the past years I've been in this truth. I remember the first lesson I ever did on the Jake like this, mind your goddamn business, Jake, something like that. And yeah, man, that Jake ended up getting put in the hospital and was in critical condition because he was trying to protect some random woman in the subway in New York and got his ass fucked up. So you guys need to stop meddling in the matters of other men. All right, you need to stop. Minding your business is a superpower, which is the title of this lesson. Minding your business is a superpower. Start using it. All right? Minding your business is a superpower. Start using it. That's a superpower, man. Just minding your business, simply only worrying about your business, right, will allow you to avoid many problems. Many problems. You will just avoid it because you're minding your business. It's a superpower. Start using it. All right? Or end up like this Jake, who's back in the spirit realm because he want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Like the brother Damawathia said, it's giving off work husband energy. And it is. Nigga probably was a work hubby. That's why he tried to jump in and shit. He'll get your ass waxed. Stupid ass nigga. Mind your goddamn business. Mind your business. Well, there's no more real men out here anymore. You just would have let it happen? Absolutely. I would have actually walked away and took myself out of the equation. I wouldn't even have just watched. I would have left the equation. But absolutely, I wouldn't have done anything to stop it. It's not my issue. Well, what if your mom was in a relationship and, either your dad was beating her or some other man she was in a relationship with beating her? That's not my problem. Once again, I'm not finna go die for that shit. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And who's to say the bitch don't deserve to get hands put on her? I'm just saying, who's to say she didn't deserve it? Who's to say she didn't do something to deserve that? Or who's to say she ain't put hands on him? It's so many what ifs. Just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she didn't deserve it, but who knows? Mind your business. Mind your business. Well, what if your daughter, she married and, the man's putting his hands on her? Maybe she deserved it. Maybe she didn't. Who knows? Listen, not my problem. Once again, you understand? Once you out my house, you out my house. You're not my problem. You're that man's problem now. Shit. I'm just being honest. All right? But y'all need to learn to mind your business. It's a superpower. And stop meddling in matters that do not concern you. All right? So the first precept I want to get is 1 Thessalonians 4:11. All right? We're just going to open up with that. Matter of fact, let's use Google today. All right? So we can go to 1 Thessalonians. I should have typed in 4. Oh, that's how you go to it on here. Yeah. So this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 11. And I want to read this in the NLT because it's the point going to hit home in that NLT. All right. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:11. And that ye study to be quiet and to do your... Well, let me see if I want to start up here. Yeah. So you get the context of her. So yeah, anyway, and that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. All right, so I'm going to put this in the NLT. And it reads, 1 Thessalonians 4:11 NLT, make it your goal to live a quiet life. That should be your goal, to live a very quiet life. And a quiet life can be boring at times. There could be times where it's quote unquote alleged boring. And that's a good thing. The scriptures tell us to be still, be at peace, be content. And it's really not even boredom. Y'all just saying that so you could, I'm mainly talking to women now, so you could go be a whore. You know what I'm saying? I just seen a video of this Edomites podcast where he always got these stupid hoes on there. This one host said, I was in an 11, 12-year marriage, and yeah, he divorced me. Yeah, he divorced me. No. It's 2 accounts, both Asian hoes though. Both Moab Ammon descent. All right. But one host said I was in she said I was in like a 12-year marriage. Yeah, I think she said 12. She said she was in about a 12-year marriage or so, 12, 13 years. And then she said she initiated the divorce. All right, why? She said because she got bored and wanted to try and experience other men. That's literally what she said. She said, not on the hoe stuff though. I'm not a hoe. You're literally a hoe. You're literally a hoe. All right. Then the other bits on the podcast, this one was on the podcast. She said, yeah, I was married for 11 years, but my husband initiated the divorce. Then the podcaster was like, well, how long when did he initiate it? About 6 months ago. Okay, well, how long have you been in this new relationship? About 6 months. Then he was like, so he put 2 and 2 together and he was like, so he's like, where'd you meet this guy that you're in a relationship with from? Work, of course, work hubbies. Goes right hand in hand with this lesson, right? A work hubby. Because I'm sure that's what he was. Which that's why Esau is so wicked, putting women in the workforce, because all that does is breed adultery. That's all it do. All right. You're around somebody for 40 plus hours a week, working side by side. That's bullshit. Women should be at home. Anyway. And then he was like, so were you cheating on your husband? She was like, yeah. Oh, well, now we got down to the nitty gritty of why the nigga divorced your dumb ass. All right. And then the nigga said, why'd you do it? Then the host said, well, I got bored. can't make this shit up. Cannot make this shit up, man. You absolutely can't. Y'all women can't be content with shit. Yes, we can. Well, no, you can't. The proof of that is with Eve. She wasn't content. She had everything and still wasn't content. She needed more somehow. So no, y'all women can never be content. And it always leads to your demise, right? And then he was like, well, whose rod was bigger? I don't know why you asking this, but then she was like, the new guy. And that other bitch defending her was like, see, that's why she's not born now. and whole time, the rod size don't even matter. A bitch will cheat on you even if you got a big rod. You will still get your ass committed to adultery on, dumbass nigga. That shit don't even matter. You could have 13 inches and the bitch will still commit adultery on you. Because I've heard many jokes, well, I got a big rod. Or this bitch cheated on me and the nigga had a little rod. Nigga, I'm telling y'all, nigga, that shit don't matter. A woman is capable of anything. It don't matter how big, it don't matter how big your rod is. It don't matter how small your rod is. A bitch still could commit adultery on you. This shit don't matter. A hoe gonna be a hoe, you know? So Salaki for getting slightly off topic, but let's read again. 1 Thessalonians 4:11 in the NLT. Make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business. So mind your own business. It's a superpower. Living a quiet life, staying off, staying out the way. All right, that's a superpower. Minding your business is a superpower, and working with your hands, just as we instructed you before. So this is a superpower. It should be your goal to mind your own goddamn business. That should be a goal of you all. If you're a brother and sister watching, this should be a goal of yours. Mind your fucking business, man. Mind your own fucking business. Or end up like this nigga, dead as fuck. Or end up like him. It's very behooving that you mind your own business. All right, so jump to Proverbs 30. And put that in the KJV, actually. It's Proverbs 30 and 18. It says, there be 3 things which are too wonderful for me, yea, for which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. A maid is a woman. So, who knoweth the way of a man and his maid? That's basically what it's going into. No one knows the way of a man and his maid. Let's read that 18 again. There be 3 things which are too wonderful for me, yea, for which I know not. So this is King Solomon speaking. King Solomon was the wisest king, and even he said, I knoweth not the way of a man and his maid. Why? Because it's not your business. That's that man's household. That's his household. It's not your business to know the way of him and how he deals with his wife. All right, now it's different if a brother come up asking for advice or whatever, or complaining. The just complain continually. But to just be all digging into business and shit, peeking in and trying to, scuff shit out. No, you're not supposed to do that. Who knoweth the way of a man and his maid? So this nigga, clearly, you didn't have no business jumping in that. You don't know the way of that man and his woman. You don't know what they be going through at home and the issues that they have. And shit, marriage, Apostle Paul said it in 1 Corinthians 7. When you get married, know that you're going to have trouble in the flesh. So yeah, you may get physical in a marriage. This shit happens. We're in the flesh. A lot of people, even coming into the truth, believe that coming to the truth, you're going to have a perfect marriage. No. As a matter of fact, the marriage is going to get even more difficult because Satan's going to tempt even harder. Right? But the point I'm making is there's going to be troubles in the flesh in the marriage, meaning shit can get physical. And you don't know why, and you don't know if one's at fault or not, or you don't know if both are justified or if one or both at fault. Who knows? It's not your business to know. Who knoweth the way of a man and his maid? So you should have minded your own business. But you didn't. Now you're in the spirit world. He ain't never gonna get in this damn spot correctly. He did it. Barely. All right, so Let's go to Proverbs 6 and 34. We're going to fly through these, all right? It's Proverbs 6 and 34. Now, this is concerning adultery. All right, this is concerning adultery. All right? And that's probably what she was committing with the work husband. That's why the nigga trying to defend the hoe. But anyway, let's jump to this point in verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. All right. Now, when you go into that word jealousy, where is it? Let me see if I can. Jealousy. God damn it, bitch. Jealousy is a complex, often painful emotion characterized by feelings of insecurity, fear, or anger over a perceived threat to a valued relationship or status. All right? It arises when you fear losing someone's affection or a desired advantage to a rival. All right, so let's go to that last part. Anger over a perceived threat to a valued relationship or status. What you did was basically threaten that man's authority and what he had going on in his household. That's why you got put down. That's literally why you got put down. He saw you as a threat and it infuriated him. And he put you to death. Because why are you involving yourself? Here it is. If I'm dealing with my woman and then another person, man or woman, trying to step in between, nigga, I'm going to be mad as a motherfucker. The bitch done already pissed me off. And you trying to get in between it, I'm going to be hella mad. I'm just speaking personally as a man. So think about Jake with no boundaries, with no ruler over his spirit. That nigga gonna crash the hell out on you. If a brother sit back and think about this like that, I would be pissed. I definitely check a motherfucker. But I ain't gonna crash out like this nigga. So if I'm thinking like that, a nigga in the world with no boundaries, man, that nigga gonna crash the hell out. Remember, like the scripture said, one that does not have rule over his spirit is like a city, an unwalled village. All right? No boundaries. Okay? That nigga will crash the hell out. Like, I've had a few accounts. I can say a few accounts. Well, I say one. I don't want to say that other account. But I say one account. I was on the phone with my rib one day, and she said some shit, and I was around my mother. And she was saying some shit, and I checked her. I said I was real aggressive and stern in my tone. I checked her real hard. And then my mother gonna say something. Why you can't talk to her like that. I looked at her, man, I forgot. I think I said, who are you talking to? I said, this does not concern you at all. I said something. I said something. I was real stern with her ass too and had her looking appalled. That's all I'm gonna say. I forgot the exact words I said, but she looked appalled. Yeah, and it really blew me because you're a woman too. Listen, I honor you, but shut the fuck up. Ultimately, that's the spirit I was in. I ain't say that, of course, but that's the spirit I was in. Who the fuck is you talking to? You gonna tell me how to deal with my woman? The fuck wrong with you? What the fuck? I don't be knowing what the hell wrong with people. Nobody want to mind their own goddamn business today. Go tell a man how to deal with his woman. Get the fuck out of here, man. Well, you're being too this. You're being, man. Fuck you too, nigga. Fuck you. How about y'all deal with each other then, bitch ass niggas? I don't understand that shit. The fuck up. Mind your business. It don't make no sense to me. We in 2026 and the nigga still can't mind their goddamn business, man. Why do you think Esau has so many enemies? The nigga can't mind his business. The scriptures say it in Habakkuk 2. In Habakkuk 2, it literally says this nigga spread himself thin. He doth not keep at home. So this is why this nigga got so many enemies. He don't mind his fucking business, man. Not minding your business can be very detrimental to you. Look at this guy. It cost this nigga his life. Here it is. I seen a Jake a while back. I saw a news reporting on it. I did a lesson on it and everything. Jake was in a Walmart with his wife and his newborn son. This nigga saw a bitch getting her ass whooped by a nigga. All right? By her man. And this nigga tried to step in, and he got sent back to the lobby. Now his son ain't got no daddy. His wife ain't got no protector, man. All because you was trying to protect some shit you ain't know and had no business meddling in. It's all retarded, man. All that shit is stupid. All right. So there you go. All right. So let me go back over here. And what other precept I had? Salakia. That's Sirach 9. Yeah, we're going to go to that Sirach 9 now. All right, Sirach. Yeah, I got it right here. Sirach 9 and 9. This is telling you how to deal with women, ultimately. Sit not at all with another man's wife. So don't be around another man's wife. Don't sit with her. Don't be in a room alone with her. None of that shit. Nor sit down with her in thine arms. So don't be hugging up on her. Don't cuddle her. None of that shit. And spend not thy money with her at the wine. So don't take her out to eat. Don't get a drink for her. Don't do none of that shit. It's off. Lest thine heart incline unto her, meaning lest you be tempted. All right, lest you be tempted and to fall in love with her or desire to have sex with her. And so thorough thy desire, thou fall into destruction, because it will ultimately bring you to destruction. All right, if you do so. Okay. My point being, if it's saying all this in general, of course you shouldn't. If it's saying just this alone, then obviously you shouldn't meddle in a matter between her and her husband. Mind your business. That's the whole point of this lesson. You hear me? I'm gonna say it all throughout this lesson. Mind your business. Just mind your business. You know, it's pretty easy, actually. You know, I do it often. You know, you should try sometime. It's pretty easy. Just mind your business. You see something happening, going on up the road. I ain't even calling 911 for a hoe. Niggas was saying in the video, call 911. I ain't even call 911. And I told niggas that. I said, I could see a bitch getting, well, a nigga said, well, what if you see a woman getting raped on the streets? You gonna call 911? I said, well, I damn sure ain't gonna step in. That's first and foremost. and that's gay. Nigga got his rod out inside of her. What the fuck? Come on now. But I said, I damn sure ain't gonna step in. Well, you could at least call the cops. Nah, I think I'm just gonna walk away. I think I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna meddle in it. I'm not gonna intervene in the judgment of the Lord. I'm not gonna intervene. I'll let that happen. It's not my problem. That's not my problem at all. And niggas look at me crazy. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna still be alive, and you gonna be dead somehow, because you don't want to mind your fucking business, man. Just mind the business that pays you. All right. So that's why I wanted to get that. That was just a quick one to go into. So let's go back to the BLB. Let's go to 1 Peter 4:15. All right. 1 Peter 4 verse 15. So we're gonna read this in the KJV and the NLT. All right, right here. But let none of you suffer as a murderer. Damn, that's the scripture I got to use in that lesson I got coming up. Let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. All right, so don't suffer as a busybody in other men's matters. So guess what? Don't be meddling in other matters that don't concern you. All right, that do not concern you. Don't meddle in other men's matters. Don't be a busybody in other men's matters. This guy was a busybody in another man's matters, and he got sent back to the lobby. NLT. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs. It's not your business. Mind the business that pays you. Let's go to the definition of a busybody. Busybody. A busybody is a noisy, meddling person who pries into the private lives and affairs of others. And I know a few of them. I know a few of them. That shit fucking aggravating. It says they are known for offering, and no, not anybody in the truth. I'm not talking about, of course, I wouldn't be saying that, of course, but I'm talking about worldly people. I know a few bitch ass motherfuckers, men and women. Shit aggravating. They are known for offering uninvited advice. Oh my goodness. I gotta screenshot this. Hold on. I need to send this to somebody. Lord willing, I remember. Oh yeah. Offering. They are known for offering uninvited advice. Like, nigga, nobody asks for your advice, but yet they're always giving it. Being a fucking busybody. I hate that shit. Asking for fucking giving advice and I ain't fucking asked. And quite frankly, it's not fucking needed, man. That shit fucking aggravates me. I'm talking about in a worldly sense, man. I'm not talking about an elder brother or none. I'm talking about in a worldly sense. That shit happened to me today. This morning. This shit is aggravating. Uninvited advice, spreading gospel, and interfering in situations that do not concern them. So I don't feel bad for no nigga or bitch that get put to death for being a busybody. I don't feel bad for no nigga or bitch. I don't care if they blood relative. I don't feel bad if the reason you died was for being a busybody. I will not feel bad. The scripture said why I shouldn't feel bad. When you put this back in the KJV, it says, but let none of you suffer. Death is suffering. Let none of you suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as an evildoer, as a busybody in other men's matters. So don't be this. So I can forget all hype. That shit, man, that shit hit home today. I guess that's the spirit I'm doing this lesson today, huh? Because of what is the shit situation that took place earlier today. I guess this is the spirit that it hit home right now. That's all I'm gonna say. This lesson hits home. Fucking busybody. I can't stand a motherfucking busybody, man. A meddlesome. Key characteristics. Meddlesome. Constantly inserting themselves into other people's business. Oh my goodness. Inquisitive. Asking overly personal or prying questions. That's another screenshot. Damn, that shit hitting home, man. Shit aggravating, man. And then gossip prone. All right, which that's a lot of women. Of course. Man, that shit be aggravating. That man, this lesson hit home. This is the spirit why I did it, huh? Boy, this lesson hit home right now. Shit be fucking vexing. So let's go back over here. We're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 11 and we're going to start at verse 9. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. So don't indulge yourself in matters that don't concern you. And sit not in judgment with sinners. Don't sit in judgment with sinners, man. So you meddling in a situation and it could be involving a person being judged for wrongdoing against the Lord. And here you are involving yourself in there. Well, the Lord gonna clip that nigga too. Clip that nigga. It's sometimes like like when you're driving out there on the highways or you're driving on the street and a police officer is going after an individual. He got his lights on, his sirens on. I've seen this on social media a few times. He got his lights and sirens on and shit. And he's trying to chase a nigga down. And you think the nigga wrong for doing it. You think the nigga he chasing ain't doing nothing wrong. And you try to intervene and you try to get in the cop's way and shit and nigga pull you over. And then he like, you know what, nigga, now I'm taking your ass in. How about that? Bitch ass nigga, since you want to intervene. It's like that. The Lord, here it is, the Lord judging the motherfucker for their wickedness, man. That's why they in the situation. And then you're trying to intervene and insert yourself. And the Lord like, well, all right, nigga, you could get it too, bitch ass nigga. Since you want to try to block the judgment, you finna succumb to the judgment as well. It's just like that, man. Mind your own fucking business. It can save you. It's a superpower. My son, man, people think we don't got spiritual power. We already got spiritual power on a low level. Minding your business is a form of spiritual power. Because it's something that's clearly fucking hard for fucking everyday Americans to do, man. Can't mind their goddamn business, man. That shit's vexing. It says, my son, meddle not with many matters. Don't always, hey, here it is. You got man, I can't even think, man. I can't even go into detail, but you got all these different things you have to handle and all these different businesses. Like everybody you got to handle, uphold. You got all these different tasks you got to do. You got all these different people you trying to consult over. Yeah, meddle not with many matters, man. Meddle not with many matters. Because you're going to overthrow yourself by doing that. My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. See, if you meddle much, you won't be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by flying. There you go. And so that dude meddled in too many matters, and he got clipped. That nigga got clipped. Yeah. That nigga got sent back to the lobby. Yeah, it sucks to be that guy. Really, it don't, though. There's really mercy, though. When you really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, that's the Lord having mercy on that guy. Because now he's going to miss the pending calamity to come upon this place. So, like the book of Isaiah going to, that's really mercy. All right, so this is Proverbs 26:17. He that passeth by and meddleth with strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh the dog by the ears. That's heavy, man. That was just that, yeah. As a madman who casteth firebands, arrows, and death. Man, that's heavy, though. So, hey, man. A man or woman that meddleth with strife belonging not to them. So you get into matters that don't belong to you. It's like you taking a dog by the ear. And dogs typically don't like when you grab them by the ear, the tail, none of that shit. They kind of get snappy with you, depending on the breed of dog. Most dog breeds don't like that. When you really yank, I'm not talking about you just touching them. I'm talking about you yanking on they shit. I'm yanking on they shit. Yeah, they gonna get snappy with your ass. All right. So meddling in many matters is like grabbing a dog up by the ear. Tripping, man. That's why it's a superpower to just mind your business. All right. So 1 Timothy 5:13. And it reads, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also in busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. And this is what you should not do. All right, this is what you shouldn't do. All right, when you read up, it's talking about what people are doing. This is what you should not do. Okay? Don't do that. Don't be a busybody speaking things that you should not, meddling in things that you should not. Don't do that. All right? Do not do that. All right? So I want to close going into 1 Ezra, the 4th chapter, and we're going to end the lesson there. 1 Ezra 4. And 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and have become servants for their sakes. This nigga ran out of his wits for a woman. His wits talking about his conscience and conscientiousness. That's what his consciousness and conscientiousness. That's what it's going into. His conscious and conscious. God damn, I hate saying that word. His conscious and his conscience. There we go. The water, y'all. I hate saying that damn word. But the conscience, all right, that goes back into him being aware, aware. And conscience goes into him knowing good and bad, right and wrong. Both of those, he ran out of both of those over a woman that he was probably committing adultery with. All right, and he became a servant for her sake, just to get sent back to the lobby, and her to still go back to that nigga. It's really stupid, man. It's stupid at the end of the day. All right, and many also have perished and have erred. Hey, I know somebody gonna watch this video and say something about how I pronounce that. Try to go into my accent. I already know. Anyway, many also have perished and erred and sinned for women. All right, And this guy, he perished over a woman, man. He erred in judgment all because of a woman. All right? Through. So with that being said, I do hope and pray, all right, that this lesson was edifying to the elect. And I would like to close giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Babal, Kwame Asharala, Gadol Abadium, Lababal, Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wahabathum. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom. Minding your business is a superpower.